if you are hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact, in just minutes. The $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
The WNBA world has just been shaken. Nike officially launched Caitlin Clark's personal logo and jersey line, and the reaction has been explosive. Fans lined up online and in stores, buying out merchandise in minutes. But as Clark's star power soared, another story was brewing. Angel Reese's long-awaited Reebok shoe deal has backfired. Instead of headlines for sneaker sales, the buzz has been about empty shelves on Nike's side and untouched boxes on Reebok's. Tonight, we dive deep into how this branding war is exposing the massive gap between Clark and Reese, and why this might change the business side of women's basketball forever. Stay locked in, because the numbers, the reactions, and the fallout are jaw-dropping.
And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff. Just like
Nike's rollout wasn't just another jersey drop. It was history. Clark became the youngest WNBA player ever to receive a personal logo. Within 24 hours, the Caitlin Clark jersey outsold every other WNBA jersey combined this season. Social media erupted with fans showcasing their purchases, while celebrities praised Nike for finally betting big on a women's basketball star. The design itself, sleek and modern, was built for a new generation of basketball fans. Analysts called it the Caitlin Clark effect in action, proof that she's not just lifting the fever, but reshaping the entire WNBA economy. But while Caitlin celebrated, Angel Reese was facing a completely different reality with her Reebok line.
I think it's growing on me. I do. I think I like it. I went to order a T-shirt and I can't get one. We're on that pre-order action, I guess. Comparison. This is the logo, the two CCs intertwined together. Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Brianna.
For Angel Reese, the Reebok shoe deal was supposed to cement her as a star off the court. The company hyped it as their comeback into basketball culture, banking on Reese's personality and social media clout. But the launch was underwhelming. Reports surfaced that sales were slow, with some stores not even selling out the first shipment. Fans criticized the design as outdated, saying Reebok failed to capture modern sneaker culture. While Reese tried to push back, insisting her shoes were for the people, the silence in numbers told another story. Reebok bet big, but without fan demand, the brand found itself outmatched by Nike's marketing juggernaut.
Double C on my jacket like Caitlin Clark, Flau'jae Johnson called it, with her reference to CC in her song, because finally, Nike has unveiled the signature CC logo, which features two C's. Caitlin Clark, of course, her name. I've joked about this situation for a while when people wonder what was going on with Nike, and I just can't imagine they would sign her to the deal that they did and then not eventually have some big product on the way. And of course, she is part of the partnership as well. Perhaps she could have been promoted more in the meantime, but regardless, she's so popular, all you got to do is drop her.
Social media quickly turned the shoe battle into a public debate. On TikTok and X, fans mocked the Reebok release, posting side-by-side videos comparing Reese's sneakers to Clark's Nike drops. One fan bluntly tweeted, "Nobody asked for Reebok. We wanted Caitlin Clark Nikes." Meanwhile, Clark's logo gear was being flipped for triple the price on resale sites. The conversation exposed not just brand loyalty, but player influence. Clark had the trust of fans and the momentum of performance. Reese, despite her star image, didn't have the same market pull. This online narrative only widened the divide between the two stars and their business legacies.
It looked like Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch, but it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike. Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Caitlin Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands.
Caitlin Clark isn't just selling jerseys. She's selling an identity. Every brand attached to her, from Gatorade to State Farm, has seen spikes in engagement and sales. Nike executives privately admitted that Clark's line outperformed initial forecasts by nearly 400%. What makes her different? Experts say it's not just her basketball skills, but her authenticity. Clark comes across as both relatable and elite, connecting with fans across generations. This duality gives Nike something no other WNBA athlete currently provides: a global market mover. Angel Reese, however, is learning the hard way that social media clout doesn't always translate into sneaker sales.
As Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the court. Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out lickety-split.
Angel Reese has never lacked confidence, but the Reebok flop is now sparking questions about her brand choices. Many industry insiders argue that Reebok was a risky move, given the company's limited presence in modern basketball culture. Instead of elevating her, it positioned Reese as out of touch with sneaker buyers. On top of that, her frequent clashes with fans and rivals on social media have made her polarizing. While controversy sells headlines, it rarely sells merchandise. Reese may have underestimated just how powerful Clark's clean image and consistent dominance would be when placed side by side with her own narrative.
And all it took was for her to take to social media to make this announcement, for everybody to go into a frenzy, and for, I think, the vibes to pick up just a little bit. It's that genuine love the fans have for Caitlin Clark. And the logo, pretty dope. Pretty dope, if I do say so myself. You see it right there? That's the look at it from the truck. They're going to be having to back up Brinks trucks to deal with all the orders that are coming for that sucker. But Caitlin Clark makes the announcement, says that the signature line is on the way in 2026.
To understand why Clark's launch exploded, you have to look at Nike's history. From Michael Jordan to LeBron James, Nike has mastered the art of making players into cultural icons. Clark is now the latest chapter. Her rollout wasn't just about gear, it was about storytelling. Nike tied her logo to themes of hard work, leadership, and breaking barriers. Compare that to Reebok, which hasn't had a cultural basketball icon since Allen Iverson. The gap was obvious. Fans weren't just buying jerseys, they were buying into Nike's proven legacy, with Caitlin Clark as the fresh face of the future.
Caitlin Clark's new Kobe Bryant 5 sneaker sells out online in minutes. There hasn't been this much calamity over a white woman's shoe since Cinderella in the glass slipper.
And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on the shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
Inside the WNBA, this branding battle isn't just about sneakers. Players know endorsement deals shape careers, sometimes even more than wins and losses. Reports suggest that some WNBA teammates have noticed the gap between Clark and Reese's reception. While Clark's gear is proudly worn by young fans in every arena, Reese's shoes haven't made the same impact. The contrast is fueling an unspoken rivalry not just between the two stars, but among their supporters. Behind the scenes, some players are quietly frustrated that the league's future spotlight is tilting heavily toward Clark.
The hardest logo, man, right now, currently, man. This is so dope, man. Oh, Nike. Y'all did a good job with this, man. This is so clean. What, go on her shoes, for shirts. Oh, man, that's going to be so raw. Clark with the hardest logo in the game right now, man. That shit is super clean. I love it. I love it. It's super dope, man. Hey, Clark, just when they want to be dropping they stuff, you know you got something in the works, man, and you going to drop it. It's going to be way harder than everybody else's shit, man. The new God Caitlin Clark logo, man. Super sick.
Mainstream media outlets jumped on the story. ESPN ran segments praising Clark's record-breaking sales, while debate shows asked tough questions. Is Angel Reese being left behind? Analysts broke down the numbers, showing how Nike had cornered nearly all WNBA merchandising revenue. Meanwhile, Reebok avoided releasing sales data, a silent admission that things weren't going well. The narrative was clear. Clark was winning off the court as decisively as she was on it. Reese's silence didn't help. Instead, it made the contrast sharper, fueling even more speculation about her brand's future. Frustrated by the comparisons, Angel Reese took to social media to defend herself. In one post, she wrote, "I'm not chasing anyone else's path. I'm building my own." While her loyal fans rallied behind her, critics argued that the statement reflected pressure she wasn't prepared for. Sources close to Reese say she has privately expressed disappointment over Reebok's lack of promotion. Without aggressive marketing, the shoes were destined to underperform. But the bigger issue is perception. Once fans label a product a flop, it becomes almost impossible to recover momentum. Interestingly, Caitlin Clark hasn't responded directly to the Reese drama. She has stayed focused on her game and her fans, letting Nike and the numbers do the talking. This silence is strategic. By avoiding public comparisons, Clark maintains her image as humble and focused, which only strengthens her appeal. Fans admire that she doesn't get distracted by off-court rivalries. It's a sharp contrast to Reese, who often makes headlines for comments rather than play. This difference is exactly why brands are lining up behind Clark, making her the most bankable WNBA star today. The money gap between Clark and Reese is already staggering. Sources estimate that Nike's deal with Clark could generate tens of millions in future sales, while Reebok may struggle to break even on their Reese investment. This isn't just about endorsements, it impacts negotiating power, media attention, and even sponsorship opportunities for teams. The Fever, with Clark, are suddenly one of the league's most marketable franchises. The Chicago Sky, Reese's team, aren't seeing the same business boost. In the WNBA, where every dollar counts, these off-court realities can shape the league's entire direction. The rivalry has now spilled into the stands. Fever games are packed with fans in Clark jerseys, while Sky games have struggled to generate the same merchandise buzz. Online, fans argue endlessly, Team Clark versus Team Reese, but when it comes to actual spending, the divide is clear. Clark's supporters are backing her with their wallets. Reese's fans are vocal, but not converting into sales the same way. This fan divide could influence how the league markets its stars going forward, potentially leaving Reese sidelined in sponsorship opportunities. Beyond the rivalry, the Clark versus Reese sneaker story highlights a bigger truth. Women's sports are finally entering the mainstream business race. Endorsements, logos, and sneaker lines aren't just extras, they are the future. Caitlin Clark has proven that the demand exists when marketed correctly. Angel Reese's struggles show what happens when brand strategy misfires. The stakes are higher than ever. Every move these athletes make is magnified, shaping not just their careers but the league itself. The WNBA has entered a new era, and the lessons learned here will define its trajectory for years to come. So what happens now? Caitlin Clark continues her meteoric rise, backed by Nike's global empire. Angel Reese is left fighting to salvage her Reebok experiment before it defines her career in the wrong way. The league, the media, and the fans are watching closely. Will Reese pivot and find redemption, or will Clark's dominance widen the gap beyond repair? One thing is clear, the sneaker war has exposed the brutal reality of branding in sports. In today's WNBA, It's not just about scoring points on the court. It's about winning in the marketplace. And right now, Caitlin Clark is winning everywhere.